Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Doo Sue here. Happy New Year to everybody. Today is New Year's Day. I'm one day behind, so I have still to do December the 31st of 2021 in Margarete Miller's Christmas edition of her collage art glue book, #Xmas glue book. So we have 2 pages left. Now this is today's, January the 1st, and this is yesterday's New Year's Eve, not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. So on it we have this assignment. It says it's New Year's Eve. Create a collage with elements that symbolise the end of the year and the start of a new one. #Xmas collage 31. So literally I just have some bits here that symbolise New Year's Eve to me. And the start of a new one, and I am going to just play with those and put those on, really. Bits that I've had in my stash, bits I've taken out of a magazine, so I'm going to distress around them. So here I have a piece of a music sheet, miniature one of Auld Lang Syne, and we did sing Auld Lang Syne last night. Hope you all had a good New Year's Eve, whatever you decided to do. We stayed in, we tend to stay in most New Year's Eves these days. So here I have a piece that says celebrate the new year, and it's a countdown: 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. So that to me epitomises the end of one year and the beginning of the other. And then for those that like their champagne on a strike of 12, then here we have a champagne bottle with some forget-me-nots, and it says a Happy New Year on it. It's quite dark actually, but there it is. So that's another piece that can go on. I'm just randomly putting pieces on. Here I've got pieces out of a magazine, border from a magazine, which shows fireworks, because that also really, they always go off New Year's Eve. So I'm going to put those on. So those are, if you can see them, people, silhouettes of people chinking their champagne glasses, saying cheers, and the fireworks have gone off because the new year has started. So that can go on. We've got another piece of that here, so we may balance this out. So I didn't get this done yesterday. We did an impromptu trip to the Isle of Wight on the spur of the moment the day before, on the 30th. So it was totally out of the blue. My husband just said, why don't we just go away for a night? We find somewhere we could take Paddy. So we did. We went to the Isle of Wight. He's never been. He always wanted to go and have a look. We just booked into a travel lodge that was a pet friendly one. Had a lovely room there, and very, very reduced rate considering it was the day before, like the night before New Year's Eve. And here we have the clock that strikes 12 to, and again the forget-me-nots. So I think those kind of symbolise vintage, symbolise somehow, you know, the end of an old year and the start of a new one. So yeah, so we've been to the Isle of Wight. So we went off on Thursday morning, got the ferry over with Paddy. They actually, the red funnel ferries that travel from Southampton to the Isle of Wight, they actually have a deck, seated deck that is for dog owners, so all geared up for pet people. So we went up there with Paddy, and he had a lovely time because we were all sitting around with our doggies. So they're not in kennels like they are when we go to Ireland on the Irish ferry, because it's a much longer journey. This was only an hour. So I've also got this New Year's Eve out of the magazine, which says 2022. I might cut the New Year's Eve bit off and save the other bit perhaps for the next page here. I'll see. So that's what we're going to put on, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to ink round these bits out of the magazine. Yeah, so that's where I've been. So I haven't done any crafting because, as I say, it was a spur of the moment thing. We have a bit of a tendency to do things like that on spur of the moment sometimes. I think, you know, there was the aftermath of Christmas. The girls were busy with their, you know, other things they were doing for Christmas and people they were seeing. And we just did it on spur of the moment. It was my husband's idea. I said, well, providing you want to drive to Southampton, which is like 2 hours from here-ish. Yeah, 2 hours, because it's just, Charlotte lives in Hampshire, so it takes us about an hour and a half to get to her. Southampton is just a bit further down from her, so they often pop into Southampton. It's got the biggest IKEA that I've ever seen in my life. Yes, so that's where we've been. So we had a lovely time going all around the Isle of Wight on Thursday and then yesterday, and then we got the afternoon ferry back here, and in time to spend the evening here and see the new year in together with Paddy Dog. We always watch a programme called Jules Holland, Hootenanny, he calls it, and he has all these different musicians on, and we absolutely love that. We've watched that for years, so that's our kind of tradition in our, just me and my husband really. So yeah, so that's that. Right, let's get going. So I hope you all did something really nice. So I think this is going to be my centerpiece. Celebrate the new year. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Yes, so let's get the glue book over and take these all off. Put the glue book on this side. Make sure you can still see me. And just look very bright, and I've got both lights on. I'm just going to see, hold on a second. Just going to see if my light is up. Sorry if I've moved you around. So I think that's better. I think I had my light. I turn my light down, right down for the night time when I'm in bed, because I use my mobile phone as an alarm clock, so always have done. So I turn the light on the screen right down as low as it will go, because it disturbs me otherwise. So even if the phone is like face down, so we'll put this kind of in the middle here, like this. So we're not doing anything today, New Year's Day, obviously, because I'm here crafting. And let's lift that back up. And we'll put this kind of down here, I think. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll just cut that down a little bit. Yeah, I think you kind of get to the stage where you're all kind of fooded out, you know, eaten so much over the last, well, from Christmas Eve onwards. So, you know, we're not too bothered today about, I mean, when my parents were alive, I mean, we'd make a big thing of it, you know, and we'd have people round for dinner and that sort of thing. But we don't really do that. We haven't, well, I know we've had COVID, so we haven't been doing anything we normally do anyway. So it's just really just sort of, this year is a funny year, getting back into, well, I say this year, end of 2021, strange, because we're just sort of getting back into, you know, things. So we've got Auld Lang Syne here, which I think would be nice down here. Always sing that. I love that song. It's very emotional, I think. And on Jules Holland, they always have the Highland Pipers, and it's very emotional. I love listening to that. So yeah. Okay, so we'll put this clock here, I think. It's hard to get it straight now because it's, the book is on a slope now because of all the pages we've filled. So, and we've got our champagne here. So that can go down there, I think. Have to be very careful with this because this is only out of the Radio Times, actually. Christmas Radio Times, which is a TV guide for Christmas. Not that I actually use it for TV guide. I just like it. It's another tradition, really. I just like. So there's the champagne bottle there. That would be quite nice, I think, up there. So we'll put either that or we'll have another glass up there. Maybe we'll have the glass because we've already got the champagne bottle on there. A big one. That's not something I like actually much. I don't mind having it in a Bucks Fizz, which seems a bit of a shame really. But I don't really drink it, so yes, so I was wondering whether now to cross over there with some of this. Or whether to just have this here like so. I think that's what I'll do. I won't use those bits. Maybe. Perhaps we'll just have that one there. And we'll overlap the other one on the top, I think. Something like that anyway. I try not to overthink it like I normally do with everything. So I'm moving that up a bit. Give this a bit more glue. So I've really enjoyed doing this vintage Christmas collage glue book for the year. So I'm just going to put that there over the top like so. And that is going to be my collage for elements that symbolise the end of the year and the start of a new one. So we've got the countdown, we've got the clock, we've got the Auld Lang Syne, champagne, and New Year's Eve at the top, and it just, and the forget-me-nots, and it just, this countdown and the clock symbolises the start of the new year to me. So, and these are, you know, celebrations. So just going to move that down a bit like so. Yeah, so I think that's all we need to put on here. I'm just going to keep it simple, I think. I just wanted to maybe cover up that there. Or have that, this one, I think. No, I'm just leaving it now. Right. Okay, so that is my December the 31st. And that is what, to me, symbolises the end of the year, 2021, and the start of the new year. Just taking that bit off because it's covered up that 9, which I want to have in view. And the start of the new year, hashtag Xmas Collage 31. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you have a lovely New Year's Day, whatever you're doing. And let's hope 2022 is going to be a good year for everyone. Happy, healthy, safe, and joyful new year. We'll get back to doing things we like. That's what I think would be great. So take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.